Sabka Saath message as the Prime Minister has met an all-faith delegation. The Prime Minister has met an all-faith delegation. The visuals of it on your screen. So this is a big Sabka Saath message by the Prime Minister. In fact, there were leaders of all faiths who met the Prime Minister today. And this is a powerful message that the Prime Minister is giving out ahead of the elections. And this is something that the Prime Minister has also spoken of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas message. He has also spoken of Sabka Vishwas. In fact, in several meetings, the Prime Minister has also said to have told the BJP leaders to reach out to all communities. Today was also extremely significant because an all-faith delegation met the Prime Minister. In fact, that meeting is expected to begin shortly. The religious leaders have started arriving there in the parliament. These are the visuals that you're seeing. So the delegation will be meeting the Prime Minister, and a significant message that the Prime Minister is giving out for unity and Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and Sabka Vishwas that the Prime Minister had spoken of. This all-faith delegation is all set to meet the Prime Minister. These are religious leaders from all religions who have arrived in the Parliament for that meeting with the Prime Minister. Remember, the Prime Minister has also met delegations from different religions at his residence. He has also hosted several of such events. Now this meeting with religious leaders will be in the Parliament, so it's a very important message that the Prime Minister will be giving out. My colleague Shivani is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Shivani, in line with what the Prime Minister has spoken of, Sabka Vishwas, we're seeing religious leaders from different communities in the Parliament today. What's expected? When is the meeting with the Prime Minister expected?
See, these leaders, around 25 leaders have already arrived, and they'll be meeting Prime Minister in the Parliament, as we know that the session is already going on. And this is not the first of its kind meeting. Prime Minister has been meeting with these religious leaders earlier on too. And the Indian Minority Foundation leaders are here to meet the Prime Minister. They've already reached and they are meeting the Prime Minister. And we've seen that in prior meetings also, Prime Minister, whenever meets these religious leaders, he always listens to them and appeals for the brotherhood across the communities. And that's why today also, when these leaders have come, we see that he'll be meeting and he'll be talking to all these saints who've come from the minority foundation of their country.
Right. In fact, Shivani, the Prime Minister has also met delegations from various communities at his residence. He has also hosted them, and this is a message that the Prime Minister has been speaking of often, also asking the BJP leaders and BJP workers across the country to ensure that they reach out to all communities.
Certainly, see, when Prime Minister is meeting around 25 religious leaders from the minority communities, the leaders are Imam Ilyasi of the All India Imam Organization, Radha Swami Satsang leaders are also there, Sikh leaders are also there, Parsi representatives are also there, and Jain community leaders are also there. So, Prime Minister is not meeting only one community saints, but he is also meeting several saints from different communities. And his message is very clear that there should be unity among the different communities, and these leaders are meeting the Prime Minister. He's met these leaders. He's invited these leaders from across the communities to his residence. And today, around 25 leaders from different communities are meeting Prime Minister in the Parliament.
Okay, and Shivani, if we just go back a few months ago as well, especially talking about the new Parliament building as well, it's extremely significant because remember when the new Parliament building had been opened up as well, the Prime Minister had attended a multi-faith prayer ceremony. So this building, the Parliament building, also extremely significant because that's how it all started as well, as the Prime Minister had attended that multi-faith prayer ceremony that was conducted in the new Parliament building, isn't it?
Suddenly, it happened in the month of September last year when the new Parliament building was inaugurated.
Yes.
The
In fact, to get a
prayers from
perspective,
across-
Shivani, I request you to stay on with us for just a moment. We have Rahul Ishwar also joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Rahul Ishwar, the Prime Minister, has spoken about Sarv Dharm prayers. That was a ceremony that was conducted in the new Parliament building as well. And now we have an all-faith delegation all set to meet.
Sabka Prayas. This is the true Indian secularism, what we call Gandhian secularism or pluralism. Rather than a Nehruvian secularism, which is implicit rejection of all faiths, PM is actively embracing all faiths. And it's such a great move to see because, we all respect, Moinuddin Chishti, Dargah, we all respect Jain monks. They are all coming together and meeting PM, who is in effect the person who is ruling this nation. So it's a very welcome move. This is a very heartening move. This will definitely assuage if there are any insecurities in any communities. PM is actively reaching out and embracing everyone, and this is a true model of harmony that we need in our nation.
Right. And how significant is it, especially considering, after the inauguration of Ram Mandir, there are few political leaders who have been fear-mongering, making some statements, including Owaisi, who has said that there are many people from the Muslim community who fear living in the country. So fear-mongering on one side. On the other side, you're seeing this very, very significant message being given out by the Prime Minister meeting this all-faith delegation, isn't it?
Unequivocal about it. There are many people who foolishly compare, our Muslim brothers to the Jews in Palestine or something like Adolf Hitler to Narendra Modi ji. Modi ji has consistently taken a center-right position,
Yes.
a Gandhian position of inclusion, reaching out, and he has been consistently doing this. And this is the model of governance that we have. India is the largest pluralistic nation in the
and
world.
the Prime
And
Minister
with
has
harmony we
spoken
can-
about it time and again as well, like you mentioned. Thank you so much for joining us. We also have Zafar Sareshwala joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Zafar, how significant do you think this is, a message being given out, something that the Prime Minister has spoken of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas?
This meeting of all religious heads, I think it is a very good step, and the best part is that the Prime Minister is meeting them. So I think, and the atmosphere which we have now, I don't want to mention what's happening around. In this surcharged atmosphere, I think this is the best time and the best moment. I think this is what is needed, and the Prime Minister meeting, nobody less than him. I think that is the best part of it. It will go message across to all sections of society across the religious divide. I think this is a very welcome move, and we should welcome it.
Yes, and interesting that you mentioned at a time like this, because we are also hearing the politics of fear-mongering. Many of the political leaders also speaking about Ram Mandir, saying it's not inclusive, talking about how it creates an environment of fear. Everything has gone on smoothly, but yet such fear-mongering continues. So this meeting comes at a time like that, when political leaders are trying to sow a divide and are talking about divisive politics.
No, actually, not only that, but even on social media, from both sides. The right wing, from both the sides, from this side, that side, lot of things are happening. I think in such atmosphere, this meeting of the religious heads with the Prime Minister will send a very positive message. I think that is the need of the hour, and it was needed the most.
Yes, and Parliament building, and this meeting with the Prime Minister is also going to be taking place in the Parliament, in the Temple of Democracy. So it's extremely significant. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me go back to Shivani, who is live with us. Shivani, so just as we were speaking about it, activists, there are several political leaders as well who are speaking about the significance of this visit. As Mr. Sareshwala was also just pointing out, this is not just an all-faith delegation that is visiting the Parliament. None other than the Prime Minister going to be meeting them, interacting with them at a time when there are certain voices from all sides coming in, talking about polarization and whatnot. So ahead of the elections, this is going to be very significant.
Certainly, it is very significant because there have been statements that are coming in from different opposition parties, especially after the Pran Pratishtha ceremony that has happened in Ayodhya, alleging that the government is not looking after the minorities. We've been getting reactions from Owaisi, the AIMM chief, and the other community leaders too. And in this kind of situation, when the Prime Minister is meeting these religious leaders, and specifically the minority religious leaders, it will give a positive message, of course. Though this is not the first meeting with these leaders, he's been meeting these these leaders in the previous months too. But today, when he's meeting them in the parliament, certainly it will give a message that there is the appeal that comes not only from these religious leaders but also from the Prime Minister to be united, to live harmoniously. And in a way, it is also a message to all those opposition parties who have been alleging that the Prime Minister or the government has been pro a certain religion. But here we see that 25 religious leaders from across the communities, be it Jains, be it Radha Swami, be it the Muslim leaders, they are all here to meet the Prime Minister. And on the occasion of the budget session that's going on, that is all the more important and significant amid the kind of statements and the situation we are seeing.
Okay, amid the politics of divide, we are seeing the Prime Minister meeting an all-faith delegation. Stay with us, Shivani, because we want to contrast this with the fear-mongering that has been going on. Few of the political leaders, especially following the Pran Pratishtha of the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, several attempts being made to fearmonger along communal lines. With various courts also continuing the hearings on the disputed sides, the pitch of this fearmongering has been amped up. Appeal also coming out from several quarters to ensure peace. Listen into the reactions that have been coming in.
हमारी तो हाथ जोड़ करके प्रार्थना है कि इन 3 मंदिरों को सौंप दिया जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये आक्रांताओं के हमारे ऊपर किए गए आक्रमणों के सबसे बड़े निशान हैं और इसके लोग शांति के साथ दूर कर देते हैं तो भाईचारा बढ़ने में और अधिक सहयोग मिलेगा.
In fact, this appeal comes just days after fear-mongering by key politicians and religious leaders. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi had called for mosques to be populated because they were being snatched away and claimed that Muslims were in fear like the Jews were under Hitler. But he got a rebuttal from an unexpected source. The Indian Union Muslim League, a Congress ally in Kerala, said that there is no need to protest against the Ram Mandir and instead Muslims should embrace secularism in India. Listen in.
ഇന്നലെ ഒരു വലിയ സംഭവം നമ്മുടെ രാജ്യത്ത് നടന്നു എന്ന് നമുക്കറിയാം. രാജ്യത്തെ ഭൂരിഭാഗം ജനങ്ങളും ആദരിക്കുന്ന ബഹുമാനിക്കുന്ന ശ്രീരാമക്ഷേത്രം. അതൊരു യാഥാർത്ഥ്യമാണ്. അത് രാജ്യം അതിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് പുറകോട്ട് പോകുവാൻ സാധിക്കുകയില്ല. അത് രാജ്യത്തെ ഭൂരിപക്ഷം വരുന്നൊരു സമൂഹത്തിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യമാണ്. അത് അയോധ്യയിൽ നിലവിൽ വന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. പക്ഷെ അതേക്കുറിച്ച് നമ്മൾ അതിനെ പ്രതിഷേധിക്കേണ്ട മറ്റോ കാര്യമൊന്നും നമ്മളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം ഇല്ല. കാരണം അത് ബഹുസ്വര സമൂഹത്തിൽ ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും ഓരോ വിശ്വാസങ്ങളുണ്ട്, പാരമ്പര്യങ്ങളുണ്ട്, അനുഷ്ഠാനങ്ങളുണ്ട്, ആചാരങ്ങളുണ്ട്. അതനുസരിച്ച് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുവാൻ നമ്മുടെ രാജ്യത്ത് സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യമുണ്ട്. കോടതി വിധിയുടെ പശ്ചാത്തലത്തിൽ നിലവിലുന്ന ക്ഷേത്രം, കോടതി വിധിയുടെ പശ്ചാത്തലത്തിൽ നിർമ്മിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി കാത്തിരിക്കുന്ന ബാബരി മസ്ജിദ്, ഇത് രണ്ടും ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ഭാഗമാണ്. രണ്ടും ഇന്ത്യയുടെ മതേതരത്വത്തെ ശക്തിപ്പെടുത്തുന്ന മികച്ച ഉദാഹരണങ്ങളാണ്. നമ്മൾ അതിനെ ഉൾക്കൊള്ളുക. ഇന്ത്യയുടെ മതേതരത്വത്തെ ശക്തിപ്പെടുത്തുന്ന മികച്ച ഉദാഹരണങ്ങളാണ് രാമക്ഷേത്രവും അവിടെ പണിയാൻ പോകുന്ന ബാബരി മസ്ജിദ്. അത് കർത്തവ്യകർത്താർത്ഥം നമുക്കറിയാം. നമുക്കതിൽ പ്രതിഷേധം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു ആ കാലത്ത്. പക്ഷെ അവിടെ സഹിഷ്ണുതയോടെ അതിനെ നേരിടുവാൻ ഇന്ത്യൻ മുസ്ലിങ്ങൾക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് കേരളത്തിലാണുള്ള മുസ്ലിം സമൂഹം വളരെയേറെ സെൻസിറ്റീവായും വളരെ ഒരു ഊർജ്ജസ്വലതയോടെയും ജീവിക്കുന്ന ഒരു പ്രദേശം. പക്ഷെ ഇവിടെ അന്ന് രാജ്യത്തിന് മുഴുവനുള്ള മാതൃക കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുവാൻ നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിലെ മുസ്ലിങ്ങൾക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്.